Hey guys, it's Khadijah with ThisIsRnB.com, and I'm here with the Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter Eric Roberson. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm well. First off, congratulations on 20 plus years as an independent artist, making honest music
Yeah.
that we love. How does it feel to celebrate such a milestone?
It feels great. I must say, while it was happening, I wasn't really looking at much. I was too busy working and too busy surviving, too busy trying to strive. But it does take it's a fun thing to kind of look back and see what not only just I built, but me and my band has built, me and all the music collaborators, my staff as well, as well as my wife and my family, how much everybody's all sold into this for me to get there. I remember at a time when it wasn't working. I remember at a time when it wasn't guaranteed. I remember at a time when I was praying for, just a glimmer of hope to see if I should do this. And I think 20 years later, to find a level of fulfillment creatively and success and business-wise is a blessing.
Yes, that's amazing. And I love how you kind of just lightly touch on the challenges, but like you never gave up. That was the overall message. Never give up on your dream, and you kept pursuing it, and we're so glad that you did.
No, probably. I always say the most important word in the music business is completion. But lately, to me, what battles with that word is consistency. And, a lot of times you don't stop. You stop because you stop becoming consistent. And I think no matter what happens, you got to keep going. I always say that we got to 20 years, not because everything worked, but we tried and finished everything. Everything we tried, we completed, whether it worked or not. And I think I'm remembered for the stuff that worked. People sing along to the stuff that worked, but we can't let the stuff that didn't work slow us down or stop us.
Right.
Yeah.
It's such a great story, and just really inspiring. So I hope whoever's listening and watching this will feel inspired to keep going with the dream that they're pursuing, for sure.
Yes.
So let's just get right into it. Lessons, the remix with you,
Come on.
Raheem, Kevin, Anthony. I mean, we refer to you guys as R&B soul vocals, and I just want to know, how did that come about?
It started with I think as a joke amongst the staff of we should do a remix. Who should we call? And I think just having the audacity to call up your friends and say, hey, can you put aside your hustle on your projects and kind of join me with this?
Right.
Anthony, is putting out an album. Raheem just put out an album. Of course, Kevin Ross has an album out as well. So I have utmost respect for them first and foremost, but just appreciation that they would take a minute to kind of sew into it. And one, they love the song, which they told me, so that was a little bit easier. Oh man, you love the song? Hey, you want to? Here's the instrumental, and each one wrote their story inside of. They added to the lessons, and I think that was the biggest compliment of it, was that they really had something to share, different than what I had to share, and it's just an extension of it. I think people have been responding to the song because it makes them reflect. It improves how you see the person you're with, or gives you hope to keep striving and working towards the person you're supposed to be with. And I think they added to that story, to that lesson. So that was great. I owe those guys a lot. I'm down to wash their cars, I deliver Uber Eats food to their, walk the dogs. I'm like, whatever, man. I owe them big time, man, because they really knocked it out the park.
They really did. And all of you, your voices, everything about the song, we just have it here at ThisIsRnB.com on repeat. It's just a beautiful song. It really pulls at the heartstrings. And like you said, the lyrics, first of all, the vocals of everyone that's on the album, on the song, are incredible. But then when you actually take the time to listen to the lyrics, it pulls you in even deeper. And I can definitely see this as wedding songs, and just gonna instant classic for sure.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's we're trying to help people get married and make some babies and all that fun stuff. And like I said, we just released a lyric video, and I think when I looked at the lyrics, it gave me another level of appreciation for each one of their pens. And once again, from Kevin to Raheem and Anthony, I'm a fan of their vocals. I'm a fan of their artistry. I'm a big fan of their pen. Each one are dope writers, and so it was for them to jump on. I did my vocals last. I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do now? It's all right,
Right.
let's step it up. Let's go to another level. And but it was just an honor, man. I think also just the brotherhood, the fellowship of that too. And stay tuned because we're talking about, do we do a female remix? Do we do a other remix? So we might do a gangster rap remix.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like Ice Cube,
Okay. The OG.
MC Ren, no, yeah, right. NWA reunion, maybe, you know what I'm saying? We'll see how it works out. We'll see. You'll have a first exclusive.
Oh, we can't wait. We can't wait. Definitely on the female
rap version.
Yes, the rap.
Yeah.
We'll take the female. We'll take the female version because that would be it's really interesting to think about who you could possibly have on that, for sure.
The brain is moving. I'm interested in, I'm thinking about it, and I think if we do it, it could be really dope.
Yes, definitely. Well, I'm gonna let you keep on pondering and thinking about that because we'll be here waiting for it, for sure.
Perfect.
So I understand that the concept and inspiration for lessons coincide with your 13th wedding anniversary to your beautiful wife.
Yeah.
Why did you write it and to profess that beautiful love letter at that time of your marriage? And what did she say when she heard it? I mean, what was her reaction?
Well, I'm always writing about my wife or writing about my life in general. And I don't know if I went in the studio to write that song per se. It just happened to be that morning. I went in to record about 1:00 in the morning on my anniversary. So it wasn't like, oh, let me write a song as a present and nothing like, I already had my present already. I'm not trying to get in trouble in that way.
No.
Right. But I think the quietness of it, just, in the middle of the pandemic, and it's just, the world is quiet. And I think while just loading and turning the equipment on, take some time to set everything up or whatever, I think I just started thinking about, man, it's the anniversary. Like, man, so many years, our kids were blessed, but it took a lot to get here. It was a lot of stuff. And I think by the time I hit record, that's where my spirit was at. And I think the line I did have was, God has a funny way of showing you lessons. I didn't have anything else. So I hit record, I sung that line, and then the rest. And the crazy thing is also was I was filming, which I do a lot now. Like I was filming myself, recording it. So I posted what I filmed that night before I went to bed around 4:00 in the morning or whatever time. And then when I woke up, it was, 1,000 comments or something. What is this? Is crazy, whatever. And that's when I started going, oh man, maybe this is something. Because truth be told, at the time I was just recording. I was just thinking I didn't think anything more of it than the song I recorded the day before that or the next day. But for me, I try to stay as true as possible. I don't really write much down in the studio. For me, I'm more about trying to define who I want to be in a song, and then I just press record. And it might be layers and layers of that, like trying to figure that out. But that morning, I think trying to figure out who I wanted to be, I had to just be where I was in my life, and it just happened to be, wow, I'm celebrating my anniversary today. And when my wife heard it the next morning, the first thing she thought was, she's owed some publishing because that's her story. That's what she was like, oh man, that's my story, And I'm like, no, that's our story. That's my story as well. We all have ups and downs.
Right.
But she's like, I'm pretty sure I told you this. I'm pretty sure. I'm calling my lawyer. So she wasn't calling a lawyer to divorce me. She was calling a lawyer to get the publishing.
I love it.
But it's weird because then she kind of already got the publishing. Is it my publishing, her publishing anyway?
Right, of course.
I don't know. We're still working it out. Yeah, we're still working out in some kind of court system. We'll figure it out. But she loved the song, and I think she was really happy that it came about.
Yes, it's such a beautiful song. And my late husband, Jamie Wexler, he was the one who started ThisIsRnB.com. And I know that he has such a deep appreciation and love for R&B music, and that he wants to share with the world, But I know that if he were alive today, this song definitely would have played for our anniversary. He would have sent it to me to be like, okay,
totally,
because it's such a beautiful song. And I feel like any and everyone, no matter if you're looking for love, you're in love, or maybe you're in a bad place in your love, and then you listen to the song and the lyrics just really speaks to the human experience in love.
Yes.
That like you just wheel it back in, like, okay, this is what it's all about, you know. So it's just a beautiful song. I just can't tell you how much I really appreciate and love it. And I'm sure your fans as well, because like you said, you posted it 60-second video and people were going crazy. And I know that had to feel like incredible to see.
It felt absolutely incredible, and it just shows you that, I mean, if you just present, you stay consistent, that things will show up in just the stories. And I don't want to fail to mention this. I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh,
and at the same time, when you mentioned your husband, the glow about, I see the love still there, you know, which is great. And hopefully it helps with the healing as well. And I'm sure it carries on with just even ThisIsRnB.com, which is great. But I'm glad. I hope you saw something in the song as well that helped. And that's what the whole reason of the song is for. You know, at the end of the day, it serves me and as well, but how it serves you is different, and it's you know, your interpretations of it, and it's a blessing that it's out there, and I can at least witness some of it.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. So, are there any other projects in the works for the four of you guys collaborating again? Maybe doing like a little EP? What we got going? A tour?
I'm down. I will tell you. You know what I will tell you is, me and Raheem have probably talked for the last 4 or 5 years about doing a project together. We at one point wrangled Dwelle into it, and I think there's even some conversation. It's nothing tangible yet right now. What I will tell you is that if any of these guys are down, I'm first in line. You know, like I said, I'm down to wash cars, make sandwiches, whatever, make spoons, you know, sing background vocals or whatever. So we'll see. Hopefully, you know, I think the good thing is that, and I see a lot of collaborations in general. We're not the only ones who are doing collaborations, and you know, hopefully the fellowship continues. You know, if they need me on something, send it my way, or I can meet you in the studio and we can just work something out. My album comes out top of the year, and there will be some other guest features on there as well. So we're trying to keep the fellowship going. You know, that's what it's all about.
Yes. Well, I'm glad that you mentioned your EP, because that's a perfect segue into it. And it's coming out in January, like you said, the top of the year. What can we expect to hear on the album?
I think more lessons, first and foremost. I think just the theme of like being very reflective about what I've learned in trying to put it to music, and hoping that it can share. But I think at the same time, we trying to knock your heads off with some up tempos, make you dance, make you clean your house. You know, I found out that I make good clean the house music. You know, so I think just some really heartfelt soul music. If you love lessons, I think you're gonna love the album. You know, I think the album will be an extension of that. You know, I try to keep the pen moving. I always try to, if I find something in my life that takes my breath away, I go to the pen and try to make it into some kind of melodical idea, you know. So I think in January, I would hope everybody just puts an ear to it, because I think they'll get something out of it.
Nice. I'm sure they will, and I know that I'm going to be looking forward to it for sure.
Good.
So can you give us just a little snippet of lessons? You know, bless our audience with your vocals.
Well, you know, I wasn't prepared. No. Sure. Now I realize everyone that let me down led me to you. Oh, baby, all them sleepless nights, all the heartbreak I had led me to you. 'Cause if I never went through it, I'd have never found a love like you. Hey, yeah. I mean, that was the main line. Made me sit back like, oh, let me find out. Come on now, Lord, show yourself.
Yes. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, like when the spirit moves you, it moves you, and you can feel it all through that song. Guys, do yourself a huge service. I'm gonna say service, because this is service. To listen and go and stream Eric's latest single, Lessons. Do yourself the service. You won't be let down. And look out for his EP coming out in January of 2020. Eric, it's been an absolute pleasure. Before we go, can you let the people know where they can find you?
You can find me on most social media platforms. Instagram is Arrow44, I think, something like that. I always have like different names for everything. But what I would say is you can go to my website, EricRobersonMusic.com. And also, everything I do is a process, and I share it with a group called The Process. If you are interested, every song I make, including the album, is already available at The Process. You have to just go to jointheprocess.com, and you can see everything I'm working on.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait to have you back when you do the remix for the females for Lessons.
Hey.
And definitely when the album drops at the top of the year, we're going to be looking
Don't forget the gangster rap.
And the gangster rap, of course. But with This Is R&B, so we really want the female perspective.
That's
but
right.
We're here for it all. We're here for it all, for sure.
No doubt. No, with the remix, the girl remix, if the female remix, if it happens, you'll have it first. I'll say that.
You heard it here. We will have it first. And we love that. Yes. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. And we'll see you next time on ThisIsRnB.com. Thank you.
Pleasure to mine.
Now I realize everyone